Right then, welcome back to the channel. Nice one if you've recently subscribed. Really helps and really matters. We're going to be looking at all of the data, all of the stats, telling you who was successful in the duels, where the passing came from, all that sort of stuff. And there's some really good ratings in this. Now, let me know at the end who you thought was man of the match, and I'll give you my man of the match at the end as well. But we're starting with the goalkeeper like we always do, Senne Lammens. And I think for me, it was an 8 out of 10. It was a clean sheet. It was 3 saves, almost a full goal, 0.94 XG prevented, 2 high confident claims, and a perfectly timed 1v1 as well. Distribution was long by design, so his 41% pass completion, you have to look into that. There was 38 long balls, only 12 of those were accurate, so he lost the ball quite a lot of times, but it was clearly by design, and we were sending it up there, seeing if we could try and get the ball up and hold it with Sesko. I thought he stayed high, he swept up behind the back three, he attacked crosses, and he was very brave. 2 saves from inside the box. Honestly, it's an 8 out of 10 performance. It's been so nice to see a goalkeeper in there that looks confident. He's got to go and build on that now, but it was a hell of a start, so very impressed with that. 8 out of 10 so far. Ligt and Yoro. I think Ligt and Yoro is just rounding into a real player, actually, and 7.5, I think I would give him in this one. He was proactive on the cover. He had 7 defensive actions, 2 interceptions, 2 out of 2 tackles, solid on the ball, 41 out of 51 passes, which is 80%. He won 3 out of 4 of his duels. He didn't get beaten in a single 1v1. As the right side centre-half in the 3, he stepped out to contest anything that came down his side, and he tucked in nicely. He got 5 minutes rest at the end to give a bit of fresh in there. But really solid performance, 7.5 out of 10 for Ligt and Yoro. Like, pretty consistent performance from him. And speaking of consistent, right alongside him, Matty Ligt in the centre, led the line, led in both boxes actually. 9 defensive actions, 6 clearances, won 2 out of 2 ground duels, won 3 out of 5 aerials. He was clean on the ball, 86% pass completion. He is the glue in that back line. He has fantastic starting positions. He was very good against the direct balls for Sunderland's attack, and he was aggressive on the first contact as well with their set plays. So solid 8 out of 10 performance. We're getting used to those from Matty Ligt. Really impressive performance. And again, he contributed to that clean sheet. Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, maybe not quite as good as the other 2, but it was still a 7.5 out of 10. He was secure in possession, 35 out of 41, 85% pass completion. Tidy defensively with 5 defensive actions, 2 clearances, 1 interception. His dual return was mixed. He only won 2 out of 8, which is why he's probably the weaker link of that 3. He got dribbled past once. And as the left side centre-half, he balanced his lane and he stepped into midfield sometimes when he had to. But he was probably... Look, it wasn't a bad performance from him, but he wasn't quite as good as the other 2. I think Martinez, if he returns from fitness, you could easily make a case for why Martinez improves us. I wouldn't even mind seeing Aiden Heaven given an opportunity in that lane, to be honest with you. Amad Diallo. Now, yesterday I said I was a little bit... I thought his performance was okay. The data's actually really strong from him, but I thought his performance was okay and possibly clouded a little bit by... I thought his body language at times, he looked really frustrated. That could just be because of what's going on in his personal life, and that's fair enough. But I'm giving him a 7.5. He was involved in a lot of United's best technical sequences, especially in the first half. Second half, he cut like a quite frustrated character. But he had 100% pass completion, which he always does. He's so secure with the ball, 38 out of 38. He had 3 key passes. He did manage to get 1 shot on target. Probably should have done better with that. It was a 0.64 XG. He also put in 2 tackles and 4 defensive actions. But yeah, he did miss that one really big chance. Probably United's biggest chance, actually. There was like wing back, hybrid, wide midfielder. But he linked up real nice with Mbuemo. Hopefully that's us starting to see a little bit more of him. 6 dribble attempts, 3 which was successful. And, you know, he was busy. He's not quite been as impressive as he was last season, I don't think. But, yeah, 7.5, I think. I think that's fair. Bruno, I'm going to say 6.5. It was 40 out of 51 passes. He seemed to lose the ball a good amount. He did get 3 key passes, only 1 out of 2 accurate crosses. He seemed to shoot when it wasn't really on. He only got 1 shot on target. Out of possession, there was 5 defensive actions, but he only won 2 out of 6 of his duels. And like I said, he lost it 13 times. I just don't think he's quite right for that number 8 role in that position. He's not quite got the tactical discipline to play there. So I can see it being a frustrating season all round, trying to figure out exactly how he fits in there. So I'm going to say, 6.5, I think, for Bruno. Alongside him, Casemiro, I thought defensively was a little bit better. 47 out of 58 passes, 81%, 2 tackles, 1 block shot, 5 defensive actions. He was solid in his duels, 5 out of 7 duel wins. Probably should have done a lot better with his shot. It wasn't a high XG chance, but he had so long to be able to at least hit the target with it. He said he skied it. I thought he held the middle a lot better, and I wonder if you saw more of him and Ugarte together, if you could actually see them two playing as the sort of double pivot in there. I think they might be able to do something in that space. But for me, Casemiro was a 7 out of 10. Delo, I'm going to say 5. 18 out of 22 is the pass completion. 1 out of 2 crosses, 1 tackle, 4 defensive actions. He was poor in his duels, though. He was poor in his duels, and he lost the ball a hell of a lot of time. And it just seemed every single time the ball came over to him, it broke down. He was frustrating watch. And yes, people are trying to give him the assist. It doesn't go down as an assist. He might have created the second goal, but it will not go down as an assist. And I don't think that saves his performance. I thought it was a poor performance from Delo. A worryingly poor, and it was not a shock when he got hooked. Mbuemo, 7 out of 10. He got the assist for Mount, and it was an excellent delivery. He actually had 3 crosses from 3. He was clean on the ball, 23 out of 28. With 1 key pass. He was a decent little threat. Probably should have done better with the chance that he had as well when he came into the box of it, and didn't hit the target. But his link play was nice. His first touch when played into him was just opening up so much space. A genuine joy to watch and a genuine threat whenever he gets on it. There wasn't the output, really. I mean, he gets an assist, I suppose, but there wasn't really the output that some of the touches were showing that he could have done. You know, he stretched the last line. He was hitting crosses early. He was pressing well. But I think there's another couple of gears in Mbuemo. So just a 7 out of 10 for Mbuemo. But I think he might be our best player, genuinely. Mason Mount, for me, man of the match, 8.5 out of 10. The finish was lovely. It was crisp play from him as well. 21 out of 25 passes. 1 key pass. Really smart with his pressing angles. Really smart with the positions that he took up. Worked really hard as sort of that inside left forward. Dropped into midfield at times as well. Made runs in beyond Sesko. Dropped in to knit things up as well. I just thought it was a really, really quality performance from him, and that's why he gets an 8.5 out of 10 and man of the match for me. Benjamin Sesko, I think he gets an 8 as well. Poacher's finish for his goal. Just the 1 shot, but it was 0.32 on the XG. Really big plus when it came to defensive and going long. He got involved in 3 tackles. He had 6 defensive actions and a huge workload in contact. It was 25 duels contested from him. He only won 9 of them and actually didn't win many in the air, partially because of the units that Sunderland have got in their back line, but he absolutely occupied their back line, which freed up the likes of Mount and Mbuemo to be able to run in behind and look like they were threat. He was such a central reference point for us, and he was constantly attacking the front post. His runs were there, and he gets his goal. So I think there was more to his performance than, yes, he scored a goal, and yes, he managed to get goals in consecutive games. That's all fantastic for the narrative, but his performances are telling me more than chalking up the goal did, which is a nice thing to have because it shuts up a lot of the stupid narratives that we see. But his performances are showing me more than any goal or assist would have done. In terms of the subs, Patrick Dorgu came on for Delo, left wing back. He got involved in 1 tackle with 2 defensive actions, 2 out of 3 accurate long balls. He looked energetic and aggressive when he came on, but didn't really deliver much, so 6 out of 10. Matty Cunha, probably a 7 out of 10 for Cunha. He was a bit of a threat. He managed to rack up 0.4 XG with 1 shot on target. 5 dribbles, only 1 was successful on that, which is interesting. But his runs were pinning Sunderland back. A finish would have been a real nice icing on the cake. Kobe Mainoo, 6.5 out of 10. Came on too late, really. But 4 out of 4 passes, keeping that 100% pass record up. 1 tackle. Just helped United keep a bit of a lid on it. Last 10, we saw Manuel Ugarte, 2 out of 3 passes, decent positioning on second balls, but wasn't really able to do too much. Same with Harry Maguire, 1 out of 1 aerial duel, 2 out of 2 passes, did it simple, 6 out of 10 for him and Ugarte. But yeah, really solid performances, I thought, from United. We probably deserved the 2-0. There were opportunities that would have been nice for us to have if we got a third. And a third would have been real good for us to see. You might have seen earlier subs. You might have seen different subs coming on if we managed to get that third goal, because you can understand the manager doesn't want to play with fire at all at the moment with us having the difficulties that we've got around the club. So can we make it consecutive wins at Anfield in 2 weeks' time? Honestly, I'd take the draw, but what a feeling it would be if we managed to get back-to-back wins. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the ratings in the comments below. Cheers for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.